Hey everyone, Omari here. Currently living in Manchester, born and bred in London, family originally from Jamaica. Today I'll be cooking for you mac and cheese and dumplings. Stay tuned. Let's do it. Now, there's loads of different dumpling recipes, some with water, some with milk, some with eggs, some with butter. Now this one right here is the best one. I've tested them all. This recipe is my girlfriend, shout out to her. It's the best one that I can find. So first what you want to do is get the dry ingredients, mix them up, make sure it's nice and well incorporated. On one side we've got plain flour, the other side we've got the wholemeal. And then what you want to do is make a little hole in the center and slowly add in some milk. So you can eyeball this, you can do a bit at a time, or you can just use the recipe that we've given you there. So once it starts to come together, then you can go in with your hand and then you bring that in as a ball. What you're looking for is a nice firm, a nice smooth consistency. So not sticky on the outside, but not too dry either. So as you can see, that's what you're looking for. Right now, what you want to do is take a small part, take it into your hand, and roll between the two hands so you create a nice little circle. And then you just want to press down in the middle slightly because that rises up when it's cooking. It tends to be the hardest part to cook. So as you can see, I like to roll them all out, get them all there. You want to get nice uniform sizes. If you keep them the same size, they cook in the same time. Gives you a better chance of cooking them right. So you move on to the fire. You want a medium hot fire. You put a little bit of dough in there to test it, because once you get that fire the right temperature, you're cooking, you're perfect, it's fine. If you get the wrong temperature, you can either undercook it, which gets them a bit soggy, or you can overcook it, which gets a crispy outside but it's not too good in the inside. So I put the small one in first just to make sure that it's nice and sizzling, and then I put one as a tester. So as you can see, I'll cook that through. You wait till it's golden brown on one side, tends to take around 4 minutes, and then you flip it over and you make sure that takes 4 minutes. Now if you've got a relatively, it's almost like a flat circle, so you can cook on one side, cook on the other side, and you don't have a ring around the sides. Now the ring around the sides isn't bad, but if you're a perfectionist and you want to just make sure it's all golden brown, you can flip it on its different sides. So as you can see, some of these, it was more than just one flip. I flipped them on the side. And then what I like to do is, after I've done the first batch, I'll break one open just to test it to make sure it's good in the middle. Onto the mac and cheese. So first we're going to prepare our vegetables. Most important thing, if you're not super confident with your knife, you need to be. Go online, look at some nice skills videos. It really does help. So as you can see, I'm cutting all the spring onions in half, and then I'm bunching them together, and then I'm chopping them. Quickest, easiest way to chop them. Once you learn some skills, it makes cooking a lot easier. So as you can see, all uniform, all in one nice shape, great. And then I'm gonna go into the tomatoes as well. So I half them, and then I core them as well, like that. Throw the cores to the side. Again, start with the bridge, then chop across, flip them round, and then chop again. Nice small diced tomatoes. Put those in the bowl as well. Just finishing up with all the tomatoes here. Time for the cheese sauce. So what you want to do is put a pan on medium heat, maybe just slightly below, and now you want to get equal parts butter and equal parts plain flour. So what you want to do is melt the butter until it's all turned into a liquid, and then you want to throw in the equal parts of the flour. Now it's really important that when you do throw in the flour, you're whisking. So not with a fork, not with a spoon. Ideally you want to whisk. You want to get it nice and smooth. This is really key to getting that nice creamy silky sauce. So you whisk those together. What will happen is it will clump. It's okay, you keep on whisking it. I'd say give it a few minutes, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. And once that's done, now you slowly start adding in some bay leaves. So you add the bay leaves at this point to release the aromas while it's nice and hot, and then you start adding in your milk as well. So I do a little bit of milk at a time. So bring in some milk, incorporate that, whisk out the bubbles, add some more, keep on going until you've added all your milk. And now it's here is the point where you add the mixture of your cheeses. So cheddar cheese is always a great shout. You can also add in some blue cheese. You can even add in some Stilton. What you saw me doing with the spoon there is testing to see the thickness. So you put your spoon in, you draw a line across the middle, you hold that up. Now if that line stays, it's thick. It's nice and thick. It's the perfect thickness to bind your mac and cheese. If it's too runny, the lines will bleed into each other. That way you know you need to reduce it a bit more. So as you can see, I've just added in the rest of the spices. Give it a quick taste. Make sure that it's okay. If it's okay, fantastic. You always want to make sure you try your food. You want to make sure you know how it tastes at every stage. A little goes a long way. And now it's time to cook the pasta. Once the pasta's cooked, you drain that off. You throw the pasta back into the pan that it was cooked in. Now in the pan with the pasta, you throw in your already prepared spring onions and your tomatoes. Just throw those in, incorporate those well. I like to do a little bit at a time, just so I can get that ratio right. Sometimes you just need to eyeball it. And then after I've mixed in those ingredients, I throw in some cheese as well, mix that in. Get nicely incorporated, the cheese will start melting, and then you throw in the cheese sauce. You mix that in. I like to do it in batches, so I mix a little bit at a time. Make sure I get the perfect ratio. So as you can see, lots of mixing, making sure that's incorporated well. Every piece of macaroni you want to make sure is in that really rich cheese sauce. Now you put that into a Pyrex pan. Depending on whether you've got non-stick, you do want to oil the pans before or put some butter on them. Now you finish off with some more cheese. I didn't say this one was going to be healthy, but it's going to taste good. So yeah, you throw in some more cheese on the top. You should have already preheated your oven to around 180 if it's a fan oven. You pop those bad boys in. Those will take about 20 to 35 minutes. And now you just sit back and wait. Check it halfway through. You might want to turn it around so it's just nice and golden on the inside. And as you can see, like the top part's got a little relative crust, or it's browner there. So boom, there you go. Right, so here we have it. We have our mac and cheese and we have our dumplings. Dumplings is my personal favorite. I can have that for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I can have that with peanut butter. I can have it with scrambled eggs. I can have it on the side of a curry. I can have it with absolutely everything. And the mac and cheese, the absolute king of side dishes, especially good around Christmas, especially good around when you're with your family or your friends. So there you have it. As you can see the plate up, the food looks righteous. My name was Omari and it was good cooking for you guys.